Hello besties, welcome back. Today's topic is very interesting and at the same time confusing. But today I am here to make it so simple for you. And please remember, it is not a must you must use my measurements or my method, but you can use my idea, the idea I'm about to give in this video, or my measurements to use for your own measurement. So if you're not comfortable with my own measurement, this is what I do and this is what works for me. So if you feel that it won't work for you, no problem. You can also derive your own means by my own method. So let's get started. The questions most bakers normally ask me is, okay, 12 star, I want to bake a size 6 inches cake. This is 6 inches cake. And they'll be like, what is the amount of butter? What is the amount of sugar? What is the amount of flour? And what is the amount of eggs? Maybe sometimes baking powder, vanilla flavor, any kind of flavor will be enough for this particular pan size. This is the questions I normally get. And in my last video, I also treated a question that people normally ask me, which is, what is the amount of cake batter? What is the amount of cake batter that will be that would contain a 6 inches cake, a size 8, a size 10? I already treated that, but someone called my attention that I would have done it in cups. At least if I have done it in cups, at least it will match for other flavors. So I'll make a video for cup measurement also. And also, after teaching you this particular procedure on how to get the amount of butter, sugar, and whatsoever in your 8 inches cake, in your 9 inches, 10 inches pan, in my next video, I will now teach you how the method I use to get my butter. Like now, if I have a size 6 inches cake, 2 layers, 3 layers, I will now teach you how to do your butter measurement, like your butter icing, your fondant icing. I'll teach you how to do the recipe so that it will be exact, or at least it won't be too much or it won't be too over, because you know the economy is so bad and you don't need to be wasting ingredients, you don't need to be wasting materials. Please just do me a favor by liking this video, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel because you'll be learning a lot. Then in my next class, I will teach you how to get the amount of fondant icing that will be able to cover your 6 inches cake, 2 layers, even your butter icing. I will show you the method I use in order to get those things. Now, first of all, let's get right into this class. See, this class I'm about to do, like, I'll make it so simple. But if you want me to also give you the formula in which I used to get this, I will also mention the formula in between this video so that you know where I am driving at and you know how I got my own calculation or how I got my own measurement. Do you understand? So please get your biro, get your pen, and let's get started. So first of all, we have different cake sizes. We have different pan sizes. So it is the different pan sizes that you use that will give you your cake size. Now, we have 4 inches pan size. We have 6 inches. We have 7 inches. We have 8 inches. We have 9 inches. So it depends on the kind of pans that you have. But for some persons, most of their pan sizes is 2 inches difference. What do I mean by 2 inches difference? What I mean by 2 inches difference is that, let's say for instance, this pan I'm holding here is a set of pan. Do you understand? This is a set of pan. Please just listen to just listen attentively. And you must not watch this video once. You can watch it like 3 to 5 times so that you'll be able to get, you won't go back to your book to look at what I am explaining. So you'll be able to understand what I explained before you now master it. So now this is a set of pan, and in this set of pan, how it was, like, it's based on order. How it was being calibrated is that we have the 6 inches, we have the 8 inches, we have the 10 inches, we have the 12 inches. So there is 2 inches difference for the pans. So the difference between 6 inches pan and 8 inches pan is 2 inches. Like in width, what I mean 2 inches is in width. So when you want to calculate someone was asking me how to calculate your pan size. So just turn it upside down, put your tape here and put your tape to the end. It will give you 6 inches, right? So the difference between all these cake pan sizes is 2 inches. Now let's keep that aside. Now, if a customer comes to you and tells you, please, I want a 6 inches cake, I want a 6 inches cake. Bake a 6 inches cake for me. How will you know the amount of butter? How will you know the amount of sugar, the amount of flour to use? Or a customer now comes and tells you, I want you to bake a size 8 inches cake for me. What is the amount of butter? What is the amount of sugar you should use? Now, let me start by using some words that you might not really be familiar with, but I will explain it for you. We have what we call dependent variables and independent variables. The dependent variables are variables that like they cannot do without something. Something that cannot do without something. I am dependent on you because I cannot do without you. Why independent variable is something that can stand on its own, like it can stand on its own. It doesn't need anybody to push it. It doesn't need anybody to support him or her. So now, this your 6 inches cake pan is a independent variable. It can stand on its own without the help of all these other pans. It can stand on its own. Now, with this 6 inches cake pan, what I have here, the recipe I'll be giving you a 6 inches cake recipe. And that 6 inches cake recipe I would give you in this video is what you would use to get other recipes, which means your 6 inches cake recipe is what will give you your 8 inches cake recipe. Your 8 inches cake recipe is what will give you your 10 inches cake recipe. Your 10 inches cake recipe is what will give you your 9 inches cake recipe. Now, let's start. For your 6 inches cake recipe, what I use, that is why I said you must not use mine, but you can use mine in order to get yours. For my 6 inches cake recipe, what I use is 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, 250 grams of flour, and 200 grams of egg. Now, you will use medium eggs. Each egg is 50 grams. Any egg you want to buy, make sure that each of them is 50 grams. So 50 grams times 4 will give you 200. That is 4 eggs. That is 2, 4, 6. That is 50 grams. 50 plus, mass. 50 plus 50 is 100. Plus another 50 is 150. Plus another 50 is 200, right? So in this mice, for me to bake a 6 inches cake, what I need is 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, 250 grams of flour, and 200 grams of eggs. So now, don't worry, I'll make it very simple for you. Now, this is my cake pan. This is where I will mix all my cake batter. You understand? So since this is where I will mix all my cake batter, I will bring my butter. I will make this thing very understandable for all of you so that you'll be able to get the next pan size and the next pan size. Now, I will bring my bowl. Once I bring this bowl, I will add in butter, 250 grams. I will add in sugar, 250 grams. I will add in eggs, 250 grams. I will add in flour, 250 grams. And also, if you want me to give you the measurement for the flavors and the baking powder, just let me know in the comment section. I will do a video for that, but this one is the most important one. I will add all those things, 250 grams. I've added my eggs and everything. Now, after mixing everything, note that all the batter here, it should not enter into only 1 6 inches cake pan or into 1 6 inches cake tin. You need to have 2 6 inches cake pan. Please don't look at the size of this cake tins I'm holding. You know, these people that normally makes all these cake pans, when you tell them to make 6 inches, I don't know if they're managing their materials. Like this one now is 5.6 inches. This one now you are seeing is meant to be 6 inches, but this one is exactly 6 inches. So I don't know why they're always reducing the sizes, the width. I don't know if they're managing their materials or what. So now I've added 250 grams of flour, butter, sugar, 200 grams of egg. After mixing, if I want to bake this cake, I will now bring 2 of my 6 inches cake pan. I have taught you how to measure in your batter. So I will put in 600 grams. I will just fetch my batter, put half of it here. Also, I will divide this batter here into these two 6 inches cake pan. So I will pour half here, I will pour half here. Once I pour them, it will now give me what? It will now give me 2 6 inches cake pan. So when I finish baking these two particular cakes, it will give me two layers of 6 inches cake. I don't know if you understood what I just said now. After your 6 inches cake, for you to bake a 6 inches cake, all you need is 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, and the rest. After mixing, don't pour everything into one cake pan. That is your 6 inches. Pour it, just divide it and pour it into the two 6 inches cake pan you have. So if you've not checked my measurements on how to pour in your batter, the particular amount of batter that is meant to go into your 6 inches cake, please go back to my video, or the link is in the comment section or in the bio. Now, after baking this cake, your cake will be the length of your cake. Now, the length of your cake will be 2 inches high, or based on your recipe or based on your baking powder, it will be 2.5 inches high. So this, after baking this one, it will be 2.5 inches high or 2 inches high. After baking this one, it will be 2.5 inches high or 2 inches high. And then if you join it together, it will give you 2 plus 2 is what? 2 plus 2 is what? 4. So that means you have 2 layers of vanilla 6 inches cake. 2 layers. So if somebody now comes to you and say, please, I want 6 inches vanilla cake, 1 layer. So just know that you will now divide this recipe by 2. So instead of you to use 250, you would use what? You would use 125 kg of flour, 125 kg of sugar, 125 kg of flour, and you now give you only what? Only 1 pan. But if you're using 250 grams of butter, 250 grams of sugar, it will give you 2 layers of 6 inches cake. Now, getting to the next one, if you want to make, I don't want to go to size 7 because I don't want to confuse you guys. So now, if you want to make your size 8 inches cake, this is 8 inches cake. All you need to do is that simply, I don't start giving you the formula. All this surface area, we have to for you to now get the recipe for your 8 inches cake pan. There's what we call the formula. There's what we call surface area. Surface area of the original tin size, that's your 6 inches, and the surface area of your new tin size, that is your 8 inches, will give you the adjustment number. So that adjustment number is what you now multiply by. Is 1.8. You now multiply it. You now say 1.8 multiplied by 250 grams. It will now give you I think it will give you around it will now give you the number of cake recipe you're meant to use for this 8 inches. But I don't want to confuse you. Now, as I was saying, so since 6 inches cake, 6 inches cake will give you 250 grams of butter. Now, all you need to do, if you want to now bake 8 inches cake, simply add in additional 250 grams to give you your 8 inches cake. So if I add 250 grams to the additional original recipe, what will it give me? To give me 500 grams. To give me what? 500 grams. Do you understand? So this 6 inches cakes calls for 250 grams. Then for me to now bake my 8 inches cake, I will just need to add 250 grams to give me 8 inches cake, which is what? 500. To now bake your 10 inches cake, just add 250 grams. Just add 250 grams to 500 grams of that of your 8 inches to get your 10 inches, which is what? 750 grams. So for you to make 12 inches cake, you now say 250 grams plus 750 grams will give you what? Will give you 1 kg. It's very simple. Let me recap it again so that you understand. Your 6 inches cake is 250 grams of flour. So 250 grams of flour, 200 grams of eggs. So for me to bake my 8 inches cake, I will just add 250 grams, which will now be 500 grams. Now for me to bake my 10 inches cake, I will add in 250 grams. I'll add in 250 grams, which will now give me what? 750 grams. For me to now bake 12 inches cake, I will add in 250 grams, which will now give me 1 kg. It's so simple. Then for you to now bake your 4 inches cake, what will you do? For you to bake 4 inches cake, all you need to do is to come back to your 6 inches cake, divide it into 2 in order to get your 4 inches cake, which is simple. So it's either you divide or you add. So all you need to do that, for me to bake a 4 inches cake, I'll need to divide 250 grams divide by 2, and it would give me what? 125 grams. That is what I will use to get my 4 inches cake. is very simple. Now, in order to get odd numbers like 7 inches, 9 inches, and the rest, what you need to do, let's say for instance, I want to bake a 7 inches cake. What you need to do is that when you want to bake that 7 inches cake, just add your 6 inches cake recipe plus your 4 inches cake recipe would give you 7 inches cake. That is 250 grams plus 125 grams to give you, I think, 370 something. That's what it will give you. So use this method for others. It's so simple. So please, if you don't understand it, just tell me at the comment section. Then secondly, so now with this measurement, if a customer or if a client comes to you and tells you that, okay, I need, okay, let's say for this, this is 8 inches. So if I'm baking 500 grams of butter, if I want to bake my 8 inches now, all I need is 500 grams of butter, 500 grams of sugar, 500 grams of flour. You understand? So all I just need to do is that after mixing everything, it will give me 2 tin of 8 inches cake. So when somebody comes and tell me that, please, so 12 star, I want you to bake an 8 inches cake for me, 4 layers, and I want the height to be 8. I want it to be 8 inches long. What will you do? You already know that when you bake an 8 inches cake, the length will be 2 inches. The length will be 2 inches. And since this particular cake, this 8 inches, when you bake 500 grams, how many, you get 2 layers, right? So that 2 layers now, the height is what? That's 2 layers. The height is 4 inches. Now, when you now bake another 2 layers, the height will be another 4 inches. That is 8 inches, which means that you will double the recipe. So you just say 500 grams plus 500 grams plus another 500 grams will give you 4 layers of 8 inches cake. Same with the 6 inches. If someone wants 6 inches cake, 4 layers, you will know that your 250 grams of your 250 grams recipe will give you 2 layers of 6 inches cake. Then you now add another 250 grams. It will now give you another 2 layers, which is now 4 layers. And since each layer is 2 inches, 2 times 3 2 times 4 is 8 inches. So that is how you would get it. But if you want to go through the mathematical section, there's what we call, you need to look for the surface area, which is A equal to pi r square. Now that surface area is you get the surface area of 6 inches and the surface area of 8 inches. But to not be going into that. But if you want me to teach you that, I will also teach you in order to know how I derived all this cake pan size. So it's that simple. So just ask your questions at the comment section, and I'll be at the comment section to reply to your questions. And also in my next video, I'll now teach you how to get your cake pan size for, let's say you want to make butter icing and you want to make 4 layers of 6 inches cake. You don't know the amount of butter icing to use. I am here to give the amount of butter icing you want to use, or even the fondant icing you want to use. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Please watch this video once or twice or thrice before you can get it. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.